All right, Rob, hard to believe we're already 2/3 of the way through your first full season here with the Battery and at Patriots Point. Coming off a tough match against the Tampa Bay Rowdies, but this team is still very much in the thick of things. They're a gritty team making that push towards the postseason.
Yep.
A lot of exciting things coming up. I first want to start with the facility here at Patriots Point. You've completely transformed this entire landscape here. Just kind of tell me, what are some of your favorite things about what you've done here to the Point?
I think overall, the big takeaway and where we're most pleased is just with the energy in the building. We had a talk about 6 months ago. We thought we were pointed in the right direction with it, and feedback from the fans has been great. So we tried to create an atmosphere that's intimate and really be close to the action and create a home field advantage and something that the boys can respond to. And I think we've hit on that, and it's just a matter of building on it.
This team was so used to having a lot of uncertainty with where it was going to call its home base. Do you see Patriots Point being a home base for the long term?
Yeah, definitely. What we've been able to do down here with the college, with the town of Mount Pleasant, with Patriots Point Development Authority, it's been awesome, and we have a vision. I think everybody's aligned on that, and with the ability to draw and have the environment that we've created and build on that, I don't know why we would look anywhere else.
You mentioned that vision. I know you're always thinking big picture and expansion. One of your plans is to increase capacity to about 5,000.
Right.
What are some of the things going on behind the scenes there?
So we're just about finished with the conceptual part of it. Over here in the northeast corner, which is currently empty in terms of seating, that's where most of the development will happen in the off season. What we're going to try to do is take what we think we've hit on with the pavilion and being on the action, but instead get that kind of raised up. So we have plans for a raised concourse, which will be kind of towards the back of the baseball stands there. So not only closing it in to create more noise and more capacity, but being able to put fans up, where you have this kind of bird's eye view, but you still feel like you're very much on top of the action.
Speaking of those fans, there is so much buzz around this team right now, and there has been since you took over. Attendance is at an all-time high. Just kind of tell me, what do you attribute this big surge in fandom to?
Well, I think in addition to the Battery's history and the strong brand that it was and the level of play which has come up in USL Championship, what we really tried to do is give people a reason to come down here. So create an environment where obviously there's entertainment on the field, but what's the entertainment off the field as well. So we've got great food, all local partners. Those partners have been really invested in it as well, providing entertainment. So I think it provides something for families to come out and enjoy, for younger professionals to come out and enjoy as well. So we just give them a reason to come and then get hooked emotionally on the soccer piece of it and hopefully tell their friends, and that's how it builds over time.
Rob, you've lived here in the Low Country for about 2 years now, but you frequently visited as the years have gone on. What is it about this community and this city in particular that you love so much?
It's a good question. I think being down here full time, what's impressed upon us the most has been how active people are. People are always doing something, so it's known for its hospitality or in the food and beverage, but it's a community that's got great energies, a lot of civic pride, and it's no surprise that as things have been going on kind of around the country, a lot of people who've come and visited here are deciding, maybe that's a place where we want to set up shop and live. So it's been great. We really enjoyed it and just thrilled to be a part of the community.
Going back to this team and this club, we mentioned the fans. When they're here, It creates an intense environment for the players on the field.
Yeah.
They're right in the middle of a playoff race. You had a great run there where you were scoring goals, and this became a very hostile environment. What's your assessment of Coach Anhauser and what the club's doing right now?
The guys have had to deal with a lot this year. I think they've played really, really hard. I think we're starting to find some continuity and some health. They're in good position. We have a lot of games now in a short amount of time. I think that actually might help, focus, fall into that routine. And then one thing which they've definitely said to us is when there's good energy in this building, they feed off of it. So it's super important. We got 5 games left at home for our fans to come out and create that fortress at home, because points are precious, but points at home, you got to bank them.
You talked about the growing fan base and expanding the facility here at Patriots Point. What are your long-term goals for the club in particular?
I think the stated goal, kind of when we took over, remains the same today, which is we want to build the best franchise in championship. I think we have the opportunity to do it because of the market that we're in. That's a long-term plan, though. That's not going to happen, at the end of year 1 or the end of year 2. We think longer term, 5, 10 years. The first marker really is the World Cup in 26 for us. So we want to be at altitude when we kind of get to that marker and continuing to accelerate. But this is a long-term build. The facility, as you can tell, takes years. Stuff within the front office, connecting with the community. Those are establishing a brand that you want. Those are all long-term objectives. It's the same. be the best club in the division, and really, in a way, I think be like a hallmark of innovation for North American sports and soccer. Have clubs look at us and say, wow, what are they doing down there? How can we either follow or how can we up our game?
Labor Day has come and gone. Summer is over. We're entering the most beautiful
doesn't
time.
Feel like, it doesn't
I know
feel like
it doesn't.
over.
It doesn't necessarily. But we're entering the most beautiful time of year here in Charleston. You mentioned 5 home matches left to go. What are you most excited about this home stretch here?
I think we have quality opponents coming in. They're great matchups, and as you said, now school's back. People are back from vacations and such. The weather becomes a little bit more tolerable. So I'm excited to see what can happen inside the walls during that playoff push, and I think that'll give us a taste, I think, of what next year and beyond feels like.
If I'm giving you the microphone right now, what is your message to all the Battery fans, all the USL fans, with so many few games left to go?
If you haven't come yet, come to Patriots Point, check it out. If you have come, bring a friend, bring some family members. We need you here. The boys need your support. Like I said, they definitely feed off of it. So come down and see us and have a good time.